Hey everybody, this is Brad Panovich, meteorologist here in Charlotte, North Carolina for SkiSoutheast.com. Boy, what a great weekend we had up at Snowshoe this past weekend. I want to thank everybody up there, Sean, Mike, Kenny, the whole gang. I loved being up there. It was great to get skiing with my kids. The first time they've been skiing, I think they're hooked. I think that was great that Mike talked about trying to get kids involved in skiing and get them hooked. I think I've got two of mine hooked on it, and I got them excited for more snow. And after the warm up at the end of the weekend, I know a lot of folks, maybe the season's over. Not so fast. Mother Nature has some of the best for last, it seems like. Let's get right to the good news because I'm not going to lie to you. It was easy to write this season off because of the warm spells in January and February. I tell you what, March is going to be one heck of a surprise. In fact, the pattern over the next week or so after this weekend is some of the best looking pattern I've seen in the Southeast the entire winter. So we've got warm temperatures, obviously Thursday, Friday. So not a great start to the weekend if you're doing some skiing. But here comes this cold front. This is an Arctic front. And notice the snow spreading down into western Maryland and moving into West Virginia. Starting Friday afternoon, it looks like. I think Friday morning it's going to be rain, but by Friday afternoon there'll be a burst of snow. Not a ton, but you can see up there, this is some cold air and some snow. But the cold air is a story with this first front. This is going to set the table for what's to come down the road. This is Arctic air that's going to be spilling in across the eastern half of the country. Big push of cold air into the southeast. And then this bad boy comes into the picture. This could be a really nice storm for North Carolina. Not so sure how much we're going to get up in West Virginia right now because here's how this thing unfolds. Let me back it up here. You could see the surge of snow coming through Kentucky, moving into southwest Virginia. So Winter Place, boy, this Winter Place is looking like maybe it could get more than Snowshoe. But the North Carolina resorts, this is a really good setup. Now, again, this is stopping at 5 o'clock Saturday night. But remember, it's going to be plenty cold enough for snowmaking if you want to get the guns going. And I would, even though it's late in the season, because with the pattern, this is going to be able to sneak out a couple more good weekends of skiing. And let me show you why. I'll show you the temperatures first. Let me get to the temperatures just so you can see. This is the Futurecast snowfall just with the first front. And again, this is the cold front coming through, but the second system, watch it move in, and you could see it starting to spread snow in from the west, and you could see that big plume of snow there. Again, this is only through 5 o'clock Saturday. So don't get caught up in that too much. But let me show you the GFS model, how much it starts putting out through the weekend. You see that big slug of moisture coming in Sunday, moving into the southwest, and it's not the only one. Into early next week, another surge of moisture with cold air, and maybe even a third one late in the week. I mean, look at this. When's the last time we've seen this going on in the southeast? The pattern is really, really cold as well. You look at the trough digging in, and cold wave after cold wave surges into the southeast next week. I mean, that's why I said we haven't seen a trough like this really take over the southeast with storms to boot since probably December or early January, and then the pattern flipped warm and it never really went back. But boy, March coming in strong here. And just to kind of reiterate that, let me show you the GFS model, a little bit different view. So here's the cold front coming through. There it is. And then you see the system coming through this weekend. So there's the snow. Look at that. And this is what I mean, like the North Carolina resorts might make out and up towards Winter Place more so than Snowshoe. Though Snowshoe, you're going to get snow. It's just not going to be as much. And then you think, oh, man, another storm, great, and then we're done. No, there's more because it stays cold, and another system moves in on Monday night into Tuesday with more snow across the entire southeast. Look at this pattern. Northwest flow on the backside of a big, looks like a nor'easter. Look at that. I mean, that's unbelievable. This is Wednesday, Tuesday night into Wednesday. And then look what happens. We still got northwest flow. Hey, we're not done yet. We've got another system comes in Thursday with high elevation snow and more northwest flow snow behind it. This is Friday going into next weekend. So 2 weekends in a row that are looking really, really good right now across the southeast. So a little bit of excitement here late in the season. This is why I always love March because, well, sometimes it warms up and you're done. But in this case, if you timed your trips out and you want to get some last minute skiing in, we could have two of the best weekends we've seen since really around the holidays at the end of last year into the first of 2017, which to me was the best couple week period there when we had snow and cold air. So good news for the middle of the week. I'm going to do another update coming up on Thursday night into Friday to get you ready for the weekend. But hey, maybe we finally got the snow. It's a little late and the cold wear, but here we are in March and we're talking cold and snow. So if you're going to be doing some last minute skiing, check with the resorts because I think this is actually going to be a pretty decent setup over the next 24 to 36 hours going into the weekend, and then going into next week looks really good.